Somebody's having this inspired mind. Welcome back. This is part 2 of my previous video, so if you haven't seen it, make sure you go check it out. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Lenisha. I'm a divination practitioner, and I also do many more things. If you're looking for readings, advice, anything like that, make sure you do message me. 346-244-2006. That is also a number that you can reach me at. Okay, so resuming back with this energy, in your major arcanas, there's several things going on, several huge events that are happening within your shadow self, within your intuition, within your relationships, love in all forms, whether it's platonic or romantic. Okay, within your path, your journey, maybe it's filled with illusion, right? And I do mean in the way that your shadows could be getting in the way. Sometimes when you're walking the path filled with trauma, etc., regardless if you're a high priestess or not, because you got to remember we are all on the 3D plane for a reason. For those of you who believe in the spiritual realm, you're not up there, right? You're on this 3D plane. All right, and I mean, some people may believe as above, so below. So just like I said, take the messages how it resonates. I'm not here to project on you, just giving you a piece of this mind. We both figuring it out. We both learning, okay, with what's coming out this brain. Because I'm telling you, the subconscious knows all things, honey. You'll be surprised. Talking out loud, journaling. I'm telling you, tap in with that subconscious. But this is a path of maybe being filled with unseen things, right? Hidden things. That's why the title is Be Careful of Seeing Things That Are Not There. And it doesn't have to just be within your love life, but regardless, okay? Because sometimes operating as a human being who went through trauma, etc., you probably haven't fully healed. And as long as you're self-aware, I feel like that's good enough for sure. Because then healing can come with that, better energy can come with that. Okay, I was supposed to say something else, but I kind of started drifting into that and I kind of forgot. But I feel like this is also a journey or a path of, or major events that are happening is tying to your strength. Okay, but I feel like you're actually realizing your strength, or like I said in the previous video, in quotations, how you don't know your own strength until it is tested. Okay, and I genuinely feel things are in positive ways. Okay, I feel like human beings made things negative. That's probably why so many people got trauma on this plane, because we take things personal and everything like that. But I thought of no longer underestimating yourself, or don't underestimate yourself, right? Go for it, especially when it's coming to your new ideas, the things that you want to do. Like we said before, this is the perfect time to do the things that you want to do. You are the creator of your life, which brings me to your next major arcana. Major events that are happening within your life, like I said, will be you, mind, body, and soul. You're changing. There's a transformation. There's change. I'm seeing creative power, skill, adaptation, okay, originality, self-confidence, period. This is the periods, major events that is coming before you. Okay, maybe some of you guys is picking up on past energy, present energy, future energy even. But just take the message once again how it resonates. So like I said, I feel like major things that are happening right now, many different things in many different areas, but it all still ties to one vessel: self, your life, within, outside, within and outer, right? 345 is a angel number that could be significant as well. It's currently 8:19 p.m. and I have a 41% battery. Okay, today is August the 22nd, if I'm not mistaken. I'll put the correct date on the video if it may be wrong. Okay, or I'll just do it. Okay, but like I said, you may be experiencing change, fluctuation, wisdom, sound judgment, common sense, awareness, intuition, or you're being encouraged to exude these energies, or you're being encouraged to be in this energy. Hence, trust your own counsel first, right? With this high priestess energy coming out here, as I said before, it ties to water, okay, energy, moon energy. All right, something about water damage could be significant, because these cards, they did get water damage. Okay, so maybe sacred tools or books that may be water damaged, or but it still has good use, or And then I'm thinking of something even more deeper that ties to nothing outside of us, whatever we're writing down, but whatever we have stored in our brains and our minds. That's why there cannot be a replica of you. You can have a twin, and that individual will still not make up every single part of you. We are all autonomous, we are all different. That's why you hear you are unique in your own way, because it's true. That is your superpower, that there is nobody else like you. Okay? I've said a few quotes, at least 2 or 3 already in my messages that I just said. And there's a quote by Jerry Dunn, since we're talking about quotes: challenge your limits, don't limit your challenges. All right, moving on to the devil energy. It's tied to the number 6, and that high priestess energy was tied to the number 2. Twos can tie to the balance of opposites and decisions, especially with this high priestess energy. It doesn't really have to be with the high priestess energy, but for sure, I picked up before when I was using these cards that it can also go hand in hand to numerology, or two within numerology and tarot, especially with a specific major or minor arcana that we're using. All right, Capricorn, Gemini, Pisces, Leo. All right, Mercury, which ties to communication and mentality. All right, Aries, Sagittarius, more fire energy. So yeah, all the fire signs are coming out. All right, we got some water energy coming out. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. All right, we got some earth energy: Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. All right, now with this devil energy, okay, and like I said, if you didn't see part 1, make sure you go see part 1, because now this is a part 2 of going more in depth with the cards individually, the major events, and then the minor events, the day-to-day things that may have been going on, are going on, will be going on in these periods of your life. So all of this don't have to just be in one day. This can be a whole year of a journey, right? You could have started this journey several years ago, and it's just, so hence why most readings, if not all, are timeless readings, right? Now, the number 6 is associated with the devil energy, and that ties to responsibility and balance, harmony, and alignment. All right. This says you are only limited by what you believe. This is a card of bondage, materialism, obsession, change, shadow self, repression, powerlessness. Like I said, these are major events, major arcanas, huge events that may, it's not something small, right? It may be something really huge, changing the trajectory of your life, changing self, transformation, healing, a period of something that is long term, or a huge event. Like, child, I can't even think, right? That's why I'm saying so many different synonyms. All right. Well, I'm not even gonna think too much about this synonym. Okay, and my apologies for showing you the devil card. I may not, I possibly was supposed to cover that up. All right, but like I said, this is just energies that you're coming into, will come into, encouraged to be in. Now, we know that you're not encouraged to be in this devil energy, of course. So maybe this is just, like I said, taking a look at your shadow self, loving all parts of yourself, your shadow, of course. And once again, you are only limited by what you believe is possible. I may not be able to fit all of this into this reading, so I'm going to try to move a little bit faster and let you guys interpret the messages as well with your own, on your own, because you know your life better than anyone. So whenever I say this, you'll know how to put it. All right, the Lover's energy is here. It says, celebrate the love in your life. This ties to inspiration, motivation, love, beauty, action, commitment, choices, and unity. Okay, like I said, this is major events. Okay, we're going to get to the day-to-day if we can. All right, I may have to make a part 3. Now, the moon is also here. And like I said, with the Lovers, it ties to the number 6 as well. All right, it says responsibility, balance, harmony, and alignment, regardless of which card it is, right? And it's crazy because the Devil and the Lovers, they kind of are similar, but they're different. And remember, we picked up on that yin yang, light dark type of energy. I'm thinking of integration, right? Ooh, this could, see, some of y'all, I'm really feeling some energy about unions, but I don't know. I may have to make this a part 3, okay? Because all of this can be combined, or it can be all separate things happening within your life. But I feel like they all come together regardless in this one life that you have. All right. Community, action, passion, nurturing, new beginnings within earthly matters. All right. Stability, form foundations. All right. Budgeting, saving for huge purchases.